My first Quicksilver deal was like, it was either Chad Wells put me on Quicksilver when I was 17. I think my first deal was like 200 or $500 a month. And I was literally applying for a job at Lele as a local restaurant. And the next day after I applied, Chad Wells was at my house. He's like, I got a contract for you. I was just like, I didn't even care
turn of events.
if it was, I was going to take that deal even if it was just flow product.
Yep.
And it ended up working out. I've been with Quicksilver for, I guess, almost over 12 years now.
Yep.
And you've been with Vans for how long?
Pretty much 18 years, right around there.
Oh my God,
time.
18 years.
Coming up on 20 years with Vans.
So they were your first
Yeah.
you didn't like bounce around sponsors at all?
Ooh, we were as like a trilogy on O'Neill for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
But then
that's the company I was trying to remember.
we had Vans shoes as shoes. Back then they did more where they would sponsor guys just for shoes.
Yeah.
And then John continued with O'Neill, and Vans had introduced, hey, we don't want to just do like the shoes on guys. We want to do head to toe. And they offered Ivan and I that. And then John had like gone with O'Neill, and we were like, I was just like obviously as a girl, I was so psyched.
Yeah.
You know, like
oh my God, this surf brand wants to sponsor me?
To me, it felt like the deal with O'Neill was based off John. It was like they wanted John, but I think my mom was pretty nuts back then. She was like, okay, you can have John, but you got to like help me and Ivan and Nathan like travel around too and like give us a little bit of that deal.
Yeah.
And then so that's how that worked. But so when Vans came along and they were like, no, we want you head to toe. It just felt like I got my own deal, you know, like I was like,
you feel accomplished.
yeah, like
Not
I wasn't
you're
like
piggybacking.
I wasn't piggybacking no more.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm so fired up to do this, and it was a perfect transition into like, I mean, look at the relationship. I've been with them for 18 years now, so that was like an awesome turning point as far as that. But yeah,
Wow, that's crazy. Because a lot of people in the surf world are never really with a brand for too long, or they get taken from the brand to a different brand.
yeah,
Or they just like lose their sponsor. So to be with a brand, well, you're 28, to be with them since you were 10 years old,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, me too. I've been on Quicksilver for
long
12
time.
years. Yeah.
Long time.
I think we're very fortunate with the paths we've chosen to be looked at as like, okay, we're not going to drop that guy, especially when all these huge cuts come through the surf world, like internally, and then the athletes, we've somehow just hung on.
But you know what? It's not all luck, because
Yeah,
going
you're
back to
right.
what you're saying, like maybe you weren't getting paid that much in the beginning, and maybe it was almost a flow program, but like we did the absolute most we could with what we had. We were never stagnant.
Yeah.
We left this island as much as we could. We never stayed dark for the summer months. You know, we were on the road. Like our parents were really good at like pushing us, like, no, be active, be busy. They both like gave us work ethic to be like, hey, if you are caught sleeping, if you are caught not being the surfer they want you to be, or like you doing well at your job, when the cuts come, you're going to be the first to go.
Yeah.
And that happens with guys. You see guys get great deals and get real lazy and be like, oh, I'm not going to answer the call. I'm not going to ask my brand if they need anything. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to take my paychecks and do my thing. And I don't even have to surf that much, because I'll just wait and go out once in a while. And like, you can just, if you're looking to be a professional surfer and use this as your career, like you can never be that guy, because there is always that guy on the team, and when the budget cuts come, he's probably going to be the first to get cut. And we worked really hard to not be those guys. And so a lot of times, those years when budget cuts came, we were on the right side of it.
Yeah, luckily. And now with like YouTube and social media, it's just like good choices.
Yeah,
I
good
would say.
choices.